Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our next episode of Darkest Night, 2nd edition, as we do our first big playthrough of 2021. It's going to be pretty exciting. Well, it is pretty exciting because we're playing through it now. But we are going to get started, and I don't recall that there are any particular errors or issues I need to address. So we're just going to get going, right? Now, one of the things I do want to talk about is our characters. We're getting spread out, trying to solve some things. Now, I do have our Paragon has his Aura of Fortitude active, and basically, I put him in the castle so we could ignore the curse that's there, and then maybe destroy it later. So his Aura of Fortitude is protecting everybody, every character in the location. They get to ignore the effects of a blight. So that one means when you lose, when you enter, you lose a grace. But because of him being there right now with that aura already in place, we will not lose a grace, which is good. So, however, down at the south side of the board, you can see that we're dealing with the Necromancer and some blights, and he's really taking us out right here. By the way, if you do hear some thunder, it's not sound effects. It's just Texas right now. I think we're going on, 3 weeks of rain and thunder and lightning and storms. It's kind of crazy, but it's been really consistent. So there is that. But we're going to continue with our game through. I hope that I get to finish this session before storms go crazy on us. I think we will. But we're going to get started right away. We're going to start with our new set of turns and see how things go. So let's get going. I think we're going to start our turn. We've been doing this almost every turn with the Paragon. He's up in the castle. There is a curse there. He's not going to attempt to destroy the curse. He doesn't really have any particular good abilities to do that. We might wait for the night. I mean, we can fight try and destroy the blight with our tactics of, rebuke, that sort of thing. But if we do that, then we're going to lose the power of our Aura of Fortitude. And I'm not too keen on that right now because the Paragon is already only at 2 grace at this moment. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start the Paragon's turn. And of course that starts with the drawing of an event card. Now actually, if we were in the space with the Necromancer, then we'd do something a little different to start, but we're not. So we're going to start with this. Electrical Storm. Roll 3 dice, then pick and resolve 2. Okay, so gain a spark. I like that one. Exhaust power, lose a secrecy, lose a grace. Let's see what we're going to do. So we're going to roll 3 dice. You don't really get to influence these. We just get to roll, and it's random as all get out. A 1, 2, and a 1, so that's not going to be anything good. We get to pick 2 of them. Well, we don't have a choice. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, people, here's what's going to happen right now. This is terrible. Welcome to my up and down luck with dice rolling. So I think our action may be a little different this turn because this is going to happen. Yeah, we're down to 0 grace already. Now, that doesn't mean we're dead. It means if we got hit again, we'd be dead now of the game, and I'd have to pick a new character, and bad things would happen, and blah, blah. We don't want that. So that's that. Now, man, okay. This kind of sucks. We're going to have to hold off. There's no real threat there right now, so I think we're okay. I think we're still going to do what I intended to do, which was search the castle. Well, hopefully we get a little luck here. The search difficulty in the castle is only a 2. So we know that the castle is currently cursed, but we're not too worried about that right now because of our aura. We're just going to see if we can get some good stuff out of the castle. It usually gives us new skills and loot, so it's pretty effective. We rolled a 4, so we succeeded at searching the castle. Let's see what we get. We draw a map card, and we look at the castle, and we see we got a chest. Now, what does the treasure chest do? Let's take a look. The treasure chest, we can discard it any time to draw a new power. You know what? I rarely ever actually take those into my hand, though I will show you one, because we do have them over here. So I can put this into his, on his sheet or something like that, and keep a hold of the treasure chest, but I rarely ever do because it's worth it to just get a new power out. So we're just going to cash it in immediately, get the Paragon's deck out, and draw the top card and see what we get. Pilgrimage. As an action, we can move to any location. If you have any active auras, you must deactivate one, and the heroes at your location may move with you. That is absolutely fantastic. What a great power to have, and how timely is that with the current issue that we had with our grace. We may end up pulling the, as an action next turn. We already took our action by searching. we may end up going right back to the monastery to get some power, some juice, so to speak, right? But that's going to be the end of the Paragon's turn. It was a good turn. I mean, it was a crazy turn, but I'm okay with it. I think we'll go with the knight next. The knight is in the mountains. We have this here. We could do this first. And it might be worth doing, because remember, how we win is we get a relic and we draw cards. But I wanted to get her to the castle so she can get more powers out. But this might be worth doing, because as an action, we can draw another mystery card, then discard this one. It's a one-time shot. I think we'll wait on that. I think we're going to do what I originally wanted to do, because I want to get her there before he's not there anymore, so she doesn't lose a grace. So she will move there. That will be her action. She does gain a secrecy. Let's see. She doesn't gain a secrecy. She's already at 5. And that's going to be that. So that is her entire turn as well. She doesn't get to do anything else. These turns do go fast when you get the rhythm going. Now we're going to go down to the trouble spot. Okay, here we are with our trouble spot. Well, we depending on how we go first. Remember, we are with the Necromancer. So the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to lose a secrecy there. And then we will be able to get to an event. Nobody's at a point where their secrecy is so low they're going to drop down to where the Necromancer can attack them, but the Exorcist is actually almost there. However, the Exorcist, I really want the Exorcist to destroy the Desecration. Yeah, and we're going to lose a secrecy leaving, which means it's very likely Necromancer is going to chase the Exorcist around, which is not great at all. Maybe I get the Exorcist up to where the Paragon is, and then the Paragon can use the pilgrimage ability to get all the way back to the monastery with the Exorcist. That would be pretty useful. Let's see, though. So we're going to take the Exorcist turn first. That means we are going to go down to 1 secrecy. Now, we do have this ability as an action, but I'm not sure that once one hero at your location gains 2 secrecy up to 7, then all heroes at that location who have less secrecy, which would not be anybody else. I don't know if that's worth it. Anyway, we have to draw our event card first anyway, so let's check that out. Startling news! Add a quest marker to where we don't have one in play, so if there are no quests in play, then instead draw a quest and roll 1 die to determine its location. Okay, we're going to do that. It says, it is impossible to get consistent reports these days. When the news finally reaches you, it catches you off guard. And we're going to play this event. So we're going to get out our quest cards. So this is not a bad thing. Let's give it a quick cut and draw a quest card. Dark Seed. Oh, this is not good. It says, when you draw a search result in this location, draw 1 fewer map cards. That means draw none for a success. Okay, so we just have to successfully search somewhere. And now we're going to, if we complete it, we get to reduce the darkness track by 1. If it expires, we get a blight. It says, blackening soil and withering plants indicate a dark seed has taken root nearby. Locate and uproot it before it flowers. Okay, we're going to roll a die on the table and see where this new quest is going to go. We've got 5 turns to complete it. We only need 1 success. It's not hard. If I get lucky, it goes to the castle. Okay, let's see where this quest is going to go. We're going to roll here. Roll the 2. That is going to take it to the 1, 2. Where's 2? 1, 4, 5, 2. Oh, of course. It goes right here where we didn't want it to go. Okay, well, it is here with the Exorcist and the Enchanter. Maybe the Enchanter can just finish it. I don't know. But we're going to go on to the Exorcist's actual turn now. This area has just gotten insane for us. And I do think we're going to but he's going to go down to 0 secrecy. Oh, man, this is so terrible. I need to destroy that Desecration. But I don't want the... sorry, got the other way around. We'll go down to 0 secrecy if we do that. I don't want the Exorcist to be attacked there, though. This is bad news. There isn't any way for us to get the Exorcist out of there either. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. I think we are going to do Banish right now. Fight with 2 dice when attacking a Blight or the Necromancer. Rolls of 1 we get to reroll. It's a tactic. I think we're going to do that. Let's do it. Only need a 4 to destroy the Desecration. Not terrible. Let's see what we get. We got a 4 to 4, so that does it. Bluey, this thing is gone now. That's great because this thing is bad, right? So we wanted to get rid of the Desecration for sure. However, the Exorcist secrecy is now down to a 0, and he's stuck there with the Necromancer. Necromancer is not going to like that on his turn, so we're going to have to deal with that. But let's continue on. That's going to be the end of the Exorcist turn. He took a chance. I think it was a chance we needed to take because we don't want the Darkness track going up that fast. And let's move on now to our last character, which is going to be the Enchanter. I keep hoping there's a way for the Enchanter to do something for the Exorcist here, but I just don't see it. We can elude with 2 dice. So first off, we're going to lose the secrecy. So she's down to 3. Then we're going to draw her event card. The reason we lost the secrecy is she's in the space with the Necromancer. Forbidden Treasure. Okay, we can lose 1 grace. We roll a die. This is worth doing. She's still got some grace left. I think we're gonna do this. Okay, here we go. She goes down to 1. Come on, big roll of 1. Gain a Soothing Leer. I'm rolling. I mean, that's okay. That's not worth a grace to me, by the way. Just not worth that. But we now have a Soothing Leer. It looks like this, just in case you know. I could have gotten an artifact, you know what I mean, or bottled magic. These things are way better than what I drew because I'm rolling so bad. But what does a Soothing Leer do? Well, it says discard at any time to refresh all your powers. Okay, well, we have 1 power that's not refreshed. It's the one that allows us to get... Oh, you know what? We might use it. We're going to wait right now because there's no point in using that, but that's going to be the end of our turn right there. Okay, that's the end of everybody's turn, so now we have a problem. So we're going to go on to the Necromancer's turn now. And, you know, our Exorcist has sure taken a big risk, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to increase the darkness. We do have a quest out, so we're going to do 2 things. Let's do that. The good news is we only go up 1. The desecration is gone. And then we take, I think you got both in the camera there. You're going to take this. We're going to put this on this dark seed right there. And then we are going to go on to the next step, which is, we did that with which quests. Now, if okay, so here's the problem. There's a hero detected because the Exorcist has a 0 secrecy. So what's going to happen? Well, we are going to have to elude now the Necromancer at the end. Actually, the Exorcist was supposed to do that at the beginning, at the end of his turn. So I should have rolled for it then. So I'm sorry. Let me just check on something real quick. Okay, I was right. He's not going to be in trouble until the event step. So when on his next event step, he will have to deal with the Necromancer and not an event because he has 0 secrecy. I mean, this is really not a good situation, but we had to get rid. It was worth it to get rid of that terrible item, or the desecration that was there. That was worth it. But that said, we're going to roll for the Necromancer, and guess what? He's not going to go anywhere. 3. Okay, so we're going to draw a map card, drop a blight right there in the ruins. What's it going to be in the ruins? Specters. Now this is going to be bad for the Exorcist if he doesn't move next turn. So there's going to be some specters there. I think we've seen specters before, but if not, we'll take a look. Maybe not. They're another critter, so like another monster. You can fight them off for 4. You can elude them for 5. They're harder to elude than some other monsters. They take a 4 to destroy, and they're now here in the space with the Necromancer. And that's going to mark the end of the Necromancer's turn. So we're going to go back around, and I think we're going to deal with our trouble spot first. I think we're going to actually start with our Enchanter. I think that's the right way to go. I don't believe we're going to... We got to get the Exorcist out of there pretty soon. So we'll start with the Enchanter. I think if I can get rid of the Flux Cage and move the Exorcist, he'll gain secrecy back, which means he'll be in a better place. But he also has to stave off the Necromancer on his event phase, which is okay because he's got his Banish, which allows him to defend better against the Necromancer. Might be all right. Okay, so we're here with the Enchanter. She is going to go down to 2 secrecy because she's in the space with the Necromancer. We're going to see what we get. We get a Dead Servant. It says, the rotten smell informs you that this one, like most of the Necromancer's minions, have been dead for some time. Okay, so compared to our secrecy, which is not great, for her it is a 2. So it's going to be a 0-2. It's a big baddie, a dread, which means we can elude for 5. We're going to elude because that's the only... She doesn't fight better. She doesn't have good fighting skills. So she does elude with 2 dice. And it says refresh a powerful roll of 6. This is her Ride the Ether ability. So we're going to elude. hopefully elude this guy here with 2 dice. We need a 5 or better, otherwise she loses a grace. We rolled 2 3s, so of course we did not succeed. That means, guess what? She's at 0 grace. That's 3 characters I have. This has been an absolute atrocious run through for me with dice rolls. Just atrocious. We're having 0 luck. 0 luck. Okay, so that was that. We got nothing. I had 2 dice to roll and could not elude him. So what do we do next? Okay, I'm not gonna. I was gonna try and take out the flux cage, but she's gonna die if she does. I mean, that's just the way it is. She's just gonna die. So what does she do? I'm afraid to move her because everywhere we go, you have to fight something. But what choice do we have, right? I mean, obviously she can elude, but we suck at it, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. I think the best thing for her to do is to move. So for her action, actually, you know what? I take it back. She's going to use the leer. It doesn't require an action. She just uses it, okay? And that is going to allow us to refresh this. I know it's just 1 power, but it's worth it because then she can exhaust it as an action to gain 2 sparks and optionally travel. So we're going to do this, the Landlord. We're going to do that. That's going to provide her with 2 sparks, which gives her a better chance. We're going to use them when we go to defend ourselves against something. She is running away. Now, she loses a secrecy and gains a secrecy leaving there. So she stays at 2. Okay. And that's it. So she go. Actually, is that the way that should work? You lose a secrecy on leaving. So basically on entering and leaving. Yeah, so leaving, it basically neutralizes your secrecy gain for leaving. Okay, we might as well deal with the Exorcist at this point. He's got a 0 secrecy. And so the Necromancer, instead of drawing an event card, which here I'll show you on the turn order. Event. If the Necromancer is present and your secrecy is 0, combat the Necromancer. So we can't roll a 7 yet, so there's no way we can defeat him. We're going to have to... Oh, that's fighting him. There's no value in that. We're going to have to elude him, but we only get 1 die to elude. I doubt we're going to get lucky. That's going to put the Exorcist at 0 grace too if that happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know. Hold on. Before I do that, I didn't finish the Enchanter's turn. She has to defend herself against this guy right here. She's going to elude with 2 dice. She needs a 4 and a 5. She did. So she did not have to take on or get hurt by the skeletons. That is good. Now we'll go back to the Exorcist. Okay, come on, dude. Get lucky. No. Okay. So we had to roll a 6. So the Exorcist is at 0 grace as well. We're in a serious world of trouble. Everybody's racing for the Paragon. So the Paragon can take them back to the... He's going to join them there. He's going to take them back to the monastery. That's what's going to have to happen. Because the Necromancer is going to follow us there. There's no question. All right. Well, it is now the Exorcist's turns. And this is where things get bad when you're not having good luck. Because now I don't really have a choice. I can... Even if I do the secrecy thing, where I gain some secrecy back, the Necromancer, I still have to deal with the skeletons. The Necromancer is still likely to stay there. So the best thing I can do is go there, which means get no secrecy back because of the flux cage. And then he has to deal with the skeletons. Now, he does have the tactic of, well, no he doesn't. So he just fights with 1 dice against a blight. Fight with 2 dice when attacking a blight. So he just gets 1 die. He's got to roll a 5 or the Exorcist is done. Come on, Exorcist, just a little bit of luck here. Come on, a 5. Oh my God, that's so crazy. He was able to avoid the skeletons. Okay, whew. All right, well, that is the Exorcist's turn. So the Exorcist and Enchanter basically went all out to try and destroy the terrible desecration that was there. Succeeded, but the cost may be too high. We are in a world of trouble right now. So we're going to go with the Paragon next. We're going to draw the Paragon's event and see what he gets. He gets Host of Haunts. Okay. The hollow moans and shrieks come from all directions, wrapping you in a rumbling, a numbing dread. So we are going to compare it to our secrecy. That is a 4. So our... Wow, it gets worse with... Okay, well, whatever. All right, yeah, we're going to deal with wisps. We need to elude or fight with a 6. Let me see, what tactics do we have? We have 2 fight dice. Yeah, that's it. We're going to have to fight these guys with a 6, and if we fail, we lose a secrecy. So we're going to roll 2 dice to fight them off with a 6. We're using his rebuke ability to fight. It says fight with 2 dice if you have... Oh! No. Okay, well, he's leaving there anyway. It doesn't matter. It's only on entering, so that's okay. The curse is only happens on entering. Nobody else is going there right now. So let's roll these two. And actually, so we're going to end up with 5 dice against these creatures because of the rebuke. As it states, you must deactivate and add 3 more dice. So here we go. Well, we did. So we succeeded there. We did not deal with... Wait, did we? We did not succeed there. It's a 6. I'm not succeeding at anything, even when I have 5 dice. That puts the Paragon's secrecy down to a 3. So we're just hurting again. And then this is now... The Aura of Fortitude is now deactivated. I don't know when the last time I succeeded a roll was. Or, well, the Exorcist saved his own life there. All right, and then we're going to go to our action. Our action was going to be to stay in the castle, but we're not. We got to get ready to make the pilgrimage back to the monastery. So he moves there. That puts the secrecy back up to 4. It's not going to matter because the Necromancer is going there next. There is no question about it. Okay, but we do have the knight up at the castle. We're going to go with the knight next. I'm going to take the knight's turn. This is it. So we're going to draw an event card for the knight. And what do we get here? Renewal. Reshuffle the event deck and draw another card. This is not an event. Okay, so we're going to have to reshuffle. We didn't get that deep into the event deck, so we're going to reshuffle all these back into the deck and see what we get. It's going to be a little bit of shuffling here because there's quite a big deck to go through. Let's see what we get. All right. I like it when this happens. I guess it's okay that it happens early on, but we didn't have any like real good ones come out, except for the one that allowed us to get a possible relic. What do we get now? A fissure. Okay, we're just going to lose a grace. You may move to any location except the monastery. I don't really care about that. That's not helpful. So we're just going to lose a grace in the fissure. The knight is now... The knight was in good shape, so the knight's down to 5 grace right now. Because remember, the knight had gotten 1 more grace. So he's like, that fissure hurt me, but no big deal. And I think from there, we're going to make an attempt. We're going to search the castle and see if we can get some more stuff. Because I want to get him down to the village, get some stuff going. But we rolled a 4, so we successfully searched the castle. It is a 2. Let's see what we got there. The castle, we got a, that is going to be a supply cache, which means we get to draw 2 powers and keep 1. I love that. That is way cool. So here we go. We're going to get our powers deck out. We're going to draw the 2 top powers off the deck. And the next one will go on the bottom, the one we don't choose. Reckless Abandon. Fight with all 4 dice. Lose a grace if you roll fewer than 2 successes. Move twice but gain no secrecy. Harbor. Oh, these are both really good. I think the fighting thing, we don't have a huge... I mean, the knight is in fact the best fighter. I think we're going to take the hard route. Losing a grace to take 4 dice in a fight. I think we're going to take this one. I like the hard ride, but I think this one's going to be better for us. So this one goes on the bottom of our deck, which means we're not likely to ever see it again in this playthrough. All right, and that's going to end the knight's turn and end all the characters' turns, right? So this is not wonderful. All right, so the first thing that happens is the darkness track is up to 6. We're starting to get into a bit of a spot of trouble there. Then we're going to add another time token onto this quest. We got 3 more turns to complete it, or it's going to go away. And then we're going to roll for the Necromancer, but I think we know where the Necromancer's moving. Roll a 4. Now, well, he spots the, let me see, he spots the Enchanter, spots the Exorcist, spots, well, those 2 at least. Yeah. Okay, so he's going to move there. He doesn't see the Paragon, though. He just knows the Exorcist is there right now. He knows they're all there, but he can't... The Exorcist is actually vulnerable to the Necromancer. And so he moves there, and then we're going to drop another Blight. Let's see what we drop in the swamps. We're going to drop zombies. It's a monster fest up in here. There are skeletons and zombies in the swamp. We seem to be pulling a lot of Blights that are monsters, which is okay. It doesn't matter, but it is what it is. All right, that's the end of that round. I think we can squeeze in. This has been going pretty fast. We can squeeze in another round. And guess what we're going to start with? We're going to start with the Paragon again, and I think you all know why. Okay, Mr. Paragon, we're going to do your thing. Now, first off, he does have to draw an event card. What is it? Horde. Wonderful. Compared with Secrecy. Secrecy's a 4. That's not too bad. So it's a small horde. I think he can fight. He can roll one die to elude them with because he doesn't have any eluding abilities, or he can fight them with 2 dice for 4. I think we're going to fight with 2 dice for 4. It says, the recent bloodshed has swollen the ranks of the dead with lesser spawn. That's what this horde is. We're going to fight them off for 4. So we're going to roll 2 dice, and we need a 4. We'll just roll them right here. Rolled a 1 and a 6, so he did elude them. Then it's his turn. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to do Pilgrimage as an action. Move to any location. If you have any active ores, you must deactivate one. We don't. And heroes at your location may move with you. And it doesn't say you can't move to the monastery, so that's where we're going. So the Paragon proved truly, truly valuable right here. And all 3 of them disappear from the sight of the Necromancer as they make their pilgrimage to the back to the monastery very quickly, in order for them to recover after their horrible fight to destroy the desecration. And that's actually his turn, so we got plenty of turns left to go. That's fantastic. We're going to then flip that over. That's the end of his turn. We might as well go to the Enchanter. She is now at the monastery. She is at 0 grace, so she is going to do something called Pray. And let me show you that. So first time praying. She is going to pray at the monastery. We're going to roll 2 dice. For each 3, she's going to gain a grace. That's pretty good, right? So let's get 2 dice out, and hopefully we roll better than we have been. Let's see, a 6 and a 1, so she got 1 grace back. That's better than nothing. And she also gets to refresh this power again. So that's good. And that is going to be her turn. She just prayed. She does have 2 sparks, so that's very helpful. Next up, we're going to go with the Exorcist. Let's see, does he have anything? No, that's good. Oh, also, when we did that, I don't think we gained secrecy from this move. I'm just going to check here. Yeah, okay, we don't gain secrecy, so we're going to do a couple things, hopefully, maybe, while we're at the monastery. Anyway, I'm going to keep that 6. I'm going to take another die we rolled high on. We're going to do the same thing. Now remember, we don't pull an event card because we're at the monastery, so we are going to then also get this bonus card back, our Courage Boon, and see if we can activate that going forward. And then we're going to roll these 2 dice, and we rolled a 2 and a 4, so we got, again, I think we got 1, yeah, because we're not rolling well enough to get 2. We got 1 grace back, so nobody's going to die now. That's a good thing. And that is going to mark the end of his turn. So the only one we have left is the Knight. The Knight is, again, up in the castle. We're going to draw an event card for the Knight. And it's another Horde. That's 2 in a row. And this deck's been shuffled a million times. I'm not sure how these ended up together. But the secrecy is a 5. So it's going to be the small Horde again, and I think we can elude or fight. I think we got the same dice. So 2 dice to elude, we'll do that. We're going to elude with 2 dice. Here's the dice roll. A 6 and a 5, not a problem. We eluded the Horde again up there near the castle. What are we going to do there, though? We are not. Our action is going to be a little different. We are going to charge. And it says also we get +2 because of our Oath of Purging. We're going to use our Oath of Purging right now and destroy that curse. If no oaths are active, well, this one is active. Oh no, it's inactive. We didn't take the time to activate it. Oh, bummer! I should have done that last turn. Well, we're going to try and destroy it anyway with 2 dice. We need a 5. We lose a grace if we don't destroy it. But let's get rid of that curse up there at the castle. Make it more useful. Come on, baby. A 4 and a 2. Of course not. All right. Well, that's the end of the Knight's turn. We do lose a secrecy for attempting that. And I should have done the Oath of Purging first. I thought I'd take a chance. It's only, I mean, a 5, it's a decent chance, but not the way we're rolling. I could have used the tactic of Reckless Abandon, but I didn't want to lose a grace with this particular thing. Next turn, I think we're going to try and head to the village. I want to see where the Necromancer goes. We'll find out right now. Okay, we're at a 7. This is not going our way. It always feels like this in this game. I feel like I'm losing horribly, then suddenly some event helps me turn it around. We're not there yet, though, so I don't know if that's going to happen this time. But we did that, and then you can still see the quest there. We're probably going to fail this quest. It's got 2 more turns left. There's 3 markers on it now, so out of 5. So we may not get to that quest. That's not great, because it would have reduced the Darkness Track 1. Now we're going to create a Blight instead. I just don't know how we're going to get there in time. However, we could use the pilgrimage ability again and take everybody back there. Destroy some stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe at least the Paragon will go back there and try and complete that quest. We'll see. All right. Now, let's continue on. Now, with the pilgrimage, it does say move to any location, so I should have increased everybody's secrecy by 1. You know, yeah, I think, yep, I should have. Okay, except, well, of course, not the knight, but yeah, that should have been that way, so that's okay. Now let's roll for the necromancer. Now, he doesn't see the folks in the monastery at all. He can't, but so he's just going to move to where he moves. He's not likely to see the knight. Maybe, possible. Okay, here we go. A 2. He definitely did not see the knight, but this is bad news. He goes back to, wait, no, that's this way. 2 is going to take him, oh no, to the village. Because you know what we need is a 4th blight in the village, because that's helpful. All right, let's see what we get here in the village. Confusion. The blight of confusion, that's what it says right here. So we're going to have, the knight's going to have to go destroy some blights there. There's really no other option. We're going to have to get that Oath of Purging going again and dive down in there. Okay, so that is going to be a confusion. Let me find that. Here it is. And basically, oh, yeah, this is a really bad one too. We have to destroy this one first. Confusion, which looks like this. We cannot use any tactics there. So things like our Reckless Abandon and our Charge ability. We can use our Oath, though, which would give us +2 dice. We can use Sparks, so maybe even the Enchanter can go in there and destroy that. But the Necromancer's there right now, so that sucks too. Okay, nope, that's the end of that. We got 4 blights. Now, here's the problem. Now that there's 4 blights in the village, every other blight that appears in the village goes to the monastery. We get the 4 in the monastery, we lose the game. So we're not having a good game. We're in a tight spot, but we'll see. Like I said, it's amazing how tight this game can get, and you can still manage to turn it around. But my dice rolling has been pathetic, so that's not been helpful. I've had very bad luck with dice rolls in this particular game. That said, that's the end of this episode, so I hope you enjoyed it. The Necromancer's winning. He usually does at the start, so we'll see if we can turn it around. We got some extra powers. We're getting some abilities going. We're just going to have to hope and pray we can really make some good stuff happen. Now, some things I want to tell you about next turn for the Paragon. Instead of using the Monastery's Pray ability, he's going to use this with all 3 people there and gain 2 grace, and then everybody else will gain 1. That's actually better than him praying there, so we're going to do that. And it's an action, so it doesn't like he didn't have to turn it off after that or anything. It's a good thing to do. All right. Take care. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And, click on that bell if you want to see more of these episodes so you're reminded when they come out. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good day.